So the thing is, sometimes I feel like we are living in a simulation. And if you're someone that just immediately goes into denial mode, I don't think this video is gonna be for you, because it's gonna blow your mind. So the thing is, I always feel like we're always like living in a simulation, and whatever our human minds think that, okay, this is it, this is life, this is art. We work, we go to school, we get married, we have kids, we get old, and we die. Like, I think all of this is kind of like a sim city, but there is more to this life than what we want to, like, what we would like to know, kind of, you could say that. And I have had a lot of glitches in my life, yeah. And for starters, I would say this was I was in school, I would say around grade 7. It was the first time it happened, like really big. So I lost my SIM card. SIM card is this much, and it just fell from my phone because I was like cleaning it out from the inside, and it just fell from my phone, and it kind of like disappeared. And that area around my bed, like, it was really big, because you could see everything, like from the inside you can see everything. So I was searching and searching and searching, and I could not find it. Like, it just fell down, and it's tiled floors, you can see it. So I could not find it. And days passed by. I think around a week or two passed by. I could not find it for the life of me. And then suddenly my mom told me to, I think my aunt told me to like recite a few verses and then just wait. And I was just on my dressing table, and I just looked around, and there it was, right downside my bed, like just placed like this, like placed like this. It's as if I'm searching my whole bed for something, and I just removed the bed sheets, and I just laid another bed sheets, and now it's just placed here like this. And mind you, that floor was swept 1,000 times after it was lost, but it's just there, like someone placed it that obvious and in your plain sight. I don't know how does that work though. So that was the first time. I don't have an explanation for this, honestly. How did it came into being? And it's not even that you can say, oh, it might have slipped your eye, or you might have overlooked it. It was placed in a spot that cannot be overlooked. It was right in your face, kind of thing. I was grateful to God, but at the same time, it felt really unreal. And more such incidents happened. I would say another thing that happened with my sister, actually, is because what happened was she was making tea for all of us, and the cup, kind of like, this is a cup, yeah, this is a cup, and she has placed all of our cups, and one cup just did like this on its own, and then it did like this, and it happened in front of her eyes. Like, it's like you're standing here and you have this cup, yeah, and it just went like this, and just stuck, it just went like this. Stupid shit, but yeah. And she was like, what the fuck? Yeah, this happened. And another thing, like, intuitions. You get intuitions. How do you know something is gonna happen before it did? How do you explain all this? That's my point in this video. Like, and it's not just in my life. I have seen it happen in so many other people's lives. And how do you explain this? How do you explain it in logical terms? I have no explanation of it. That's all I can say. I have no explanation of this. But it's just something like we just tend to glide over this fact so easily. and not think about it, because hey, it just defies what our logical minds want reality to be. But that does not change the fact that it happened. Even if you have no explanation of it, that does not mean it did not happen. So why not tap into it more and see what's going on? And then there's a thing called dreams, and I have also had dreams where I dreamt about someone spreading rumors about me, and that turned out to be true. And I had a feeling that this is going to happen, and it happened. And intuitions, you could say. And we ask God for signs. Like, for example, someone that doesn't believe in God, yeah? And for example, you don't believe it, but you say, hey, give me a sign if this is good for me. And a lot of people get signs, okay, this is not good for you. How? How is this possible? Like, how is this possible? Now you could chalk it up to coincidence, but things happen so many times that it just is not a coincidence anymore. Enough times for the mind to register that it's not a coincidence anymore. That is how many times it happens. The more you ask, the more you get of it. And then you realize, like, every single person that that I watch, and that it has a pattern in things. Like, I'm talking about recognizing patterns. And some people say, oh, when your life is about to shift, all these things happen. And guess what? Observing my life, it happens. And not just in my life. Everyone around me say the same thing. Like, they experienced it. They might not know the term for it, but that does not mean that they did not experience it. My brain can't wrap I cannot wrap my head around these things, honestly. Like, it's reality. You might not know why it's happening. You might not know what it's called, but that does not mean that it does not happen. And what else? Like synchronicities. It happened in my life. The exact thing you want at that exact time. How? And it happens enough times for you to know it's not a coincidence. And these intuitions and gut feelings and dreams and visions that we see, like, you might not be religious and you might not even care about it, but that does not mean it does not happen. Just because you don't believe in it doesn't mean that it did not happen. Denial does not mean that the thing did not take place. So my mind just kind of tries to process the things that happen. And my intuition game, thankfully, as more I meditate and sit in awareness, it starts to get strong. And it's not just mine, people around me, and the people, you can search it up. It's nothing new. And you get in your dreams what's going to happen or what's currently happening, but it's not in your knowledge. I have heard a lot of girls that dreamt about their partner cheating or had a feeling that their partner is cheating, and turns out they were cheating. And moms that get a feeling that, oh, something happened, and it did. I am the same. How is it that you know what's going to happen in the future? How is it that you get the dream of it? And trust me, whatever I dreamt of, it happened exactly like that. I dreamt about a girl. I had a few other dreams too, but for this, I dreamt about a girl that spread rumors about me, and is not my friend. And that turns out to be true. But because I knew it beforehand, I could be cautious of her. And everything that I dreamt of happened exactly like that. How is this possible? how is this possible? And then and then other people also get these intuitions. Like you could be meeting a random person, and when you start talking about these things, they will have their own stories. So it's not that this thing is unheard of, but it's just something that we glaze over, like whatever. Oh, illogical. I don't have an explanation to it. But do you do don't you think that we are being so casual about it? And the more you kind of tap into it, the more you see that this is how this world is kind of working, you know, because we see what has happened. Okay, this tree is there. Okay, this system is there. The more you start to look into it, the more you start to see, oh, it's not a tree, but atoms and molecules. Oh, it's energy. This 3D is illusion. Things are not solid. It's all energy. My mind is like, I can't compute it. I can't compute it, honestly. We are very casual about all these things, and people that don't believe in supernatural stuff, yeah, I have experienced it enough times to know it exists. And there was once in my home, there was this thing that we had rooms side by side. So there was this wall and a room here and a room here. And my sister was like going from here to here. And so she passed by these two rooms. And the first room, she saw my brother like sitting. But he did not feel like my brother. It was like someone that's just constant and that's just sitting. And she was like, what happened to him? And then she passed by the second room and she saw him walking and talking with my parents. And then she looked back there and there was no one. Yeah. And you might think it happened with my sister. It happened with me a couple of times too. I would say one incident was, I would say the biggest incident was my when I started to research about it. I was really, really, really casual about the research and stuff. And things started happening is that I started to get dreams. I started to have this sleep paralysis. But trust me when I say this, I will make a separate video on that if you guys want though. But sleep paralysis, I concluded, is not a biological experience. Kind of like what I think is, oh, this is just happened because you slept XYZ style. No, it's I believe it's a supernatural occurrence, because the more I experienced it, the more I realized. And once I stopped the research, I did not even know sleep paralysis kind of thing existed, honestly. But it happened on my side. It happened when I was just holding on to my sister really tightly while sleeping, and I could not sleep because I was so scared it will happen again. And even then it happened. So it doesn't happen because you're sleeping on your back. It happened to me sleeping on my side, holding someone close to me and sleeping. It still happened. And once I stopped the research, boom, no more. And it's been what, 10 years since it happened. It happened consecutively over a course of few weeks. And after my mom just begged me to stop the research and I did, it just stopped. After that, it never happened again because I never researched about it again. This is a place I would not like to go. I love my life and I love to live like a normal human being. And what next? Like the NDE experience, my near-death experience that I talked about in one of my previous videos. And that thing happened. Like, I heard that voice and every fiber in my body knew it, that if I were to say yes, I would be poof. I would be gone. My lights would go out and I would exist no more. You can't be cooking that shit up, bro. Like, it's okay if you have an explanation for it, but that doesn't mean that it did not happen. And some people would say, hey, it's your body realizing shit. Trust me when I say this, you don't know it unless you experience it. That's the only thing I can say. And all of these are just my experiences. There are millions of people online talking about it. Like one girl, she she heard a voice in her head that told her, hey, you're gonna meet your husband on this date, and she really did ended up meeting her husband on that date. I don't know what to say about this, honestly. My mind cannot compute what's going on in this world, and I'm just thinking, like, I believe in God, so I can chuck it up all these things to whatever He taught us. But even if someone does not believe in God, that doesn't mean that all these things did not exist. Like, my logical mind cannot compute it. Because I believe in God, I understand all these things happening. But my logical mind cannot compute it. And like, God is what I would say in my faith, in my belief, that yes, God is the most logical thing. But how we are trained from a young age, okay, this is life, you work hard, you do shit, then that only is given to you. I've seen that there's more to this universe than what we are taught in schools. Maybe religion is, or all these things is not just a book, but there's more to this world. Like, I would say tapping more into, I don't know, spirituality. I don't know, honestly. I don't know these terms. Yeah, I'm just saying what I experienced and what I research about and other people experiencing. These are stories that are real. Might not seem real. You can deny it, but that doesn't mean that denying something doesn't mean that it did not happen. And my mind is not able to compute it. Seeing all this happen, I'm not a religious person, I'm not at all a religious person. But these things still happen to me, to my family, to my friends, to other people, whoever I talk to. It happened way more than what happened to me. It's like I'm nothing, honestly, in this game. And I searched it online, and millions of people talk about it. So if there are this many people that it's happening to, it means that there is a pattern. Why do we not look deeper into it? Why not see what's going on? Because this is a part of reality that's happening. Maybe there's more to this world than what the eyes meet. Yeah, maybe reality is the most fictional thing ever. Whatever we are taught, whatever our puny minds think is, okay, do this and make this amount of money, and then do that, and this is how you live a good life. But when you look deeper into the stories of people that really made it, you just see that, oh, I was giving it all up and then it happened. How? It happened in my life. There was this one thing. My company was downsizing, yeah, so instead of full-time, they replaced me in, like, they gave me part-time. So I was working part-time. They shaved off my hours, so I was working part-time. Now, to make up for that amount, I did not know what would happen. I was so done. I was feeling so lifeless, and I was so done at that point. I was like, you know what, God, I'm not even gonna think about this, because I had bills to pay, yeah, and I did not know where the other half of the amount is gonna come. So instead of 8 hours, they shaved it to 4. So with the other 4 hours, like half of my pay, where is it gonna come from? I have no idea. I was just so done. I was like, God, I am done with this shit. make an arrangement for me, make for me a way out of this. I was living my life and enjoying my part-time, yeah. And what happened was that I got a client that gave me the same amount, like the exact amount of money that I lost, or I think even, no, I would say 10% more than what I was making there, like half time. And not only that, what happened, I had to put in, for example, I was putting 40 hours there. I only had to put in 4 hours with the same amount of money, or maybe 10% more. And it happened in such an arrangement that I was not able to feel the loss. Like, not even 1 month went by where I was just struggling for that half payment. No, everything just glided in a way that this thing, like, I lost this thing, I gained this. How do you make this up? This is crazy. This is crazy. And I'm still so grateful to God for this. But yeah, it just wrecks your brain. It was not 1% of my hard work. I did not even know where it came from because I did not even fetch it. I did not even fetch it. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I did not work hard towards it at all. I worked hard after I got accepted, after I got the opportunity. But the coming of the opportunity to me is not something of my hard work. You know, I had to prove myself later. But I did not have to prove myself for this opportunity. It just fell into my lap. And many others, like my sister, is the same thing. My friends, I would say, like a lot of people, like you can just search it up, you can just look around, or maybe even look in your own life. It happens. How does it happen? How is this hard work? And every single opportunity I got, like something that was worth keeping, was something that I did not get out of my hard work. It was only when I was like, I'm done with this shit, it just came. I don't know how to explain all this other than my logical mind cannot compute it. But it happens. Denying it doesn't mean that it did not happen. So maybe I think there is more to this world than what the eyes meet. So many laws of this universe that are, if you tap into it, good. If you don't, doesn't mean that they stop working. It just is. Gut feelings. Gut feelings. Like it's something that we are just so casual about it, but they save your life. Literally. They save it. I honestly what I don't know what to say on this, honestly, but yeah, it's just some things my mind cannot compute at all. And maybe we should look more into it. That's what I'm saying. Like, instead of denying it, instead of glazing over it, oh, this is just whatever. Maybe the secrets of a good life lie here. That maybe things are not as random or just this as it seems. Maybe because I felt like the more I tapped into it, the more I understood, instead of being like, oh my god, how did this happen? I think life is now making more sense than it did before. It's just getting better, and it's just making my mind open to the possibilities that I can't afford to be delusional and for that thing to come true. Like, l- this life what we're living, it is not as logical as we think it is. Yeah, I think the logical mind lives in delusion. Now is what I'm understanding a little bit. Yeah, logic is important, but I feel like logic only sees this much, and then there's a whole ocean out there that your logical mind cannot reach, and sometimes you have to kind of abandon it to go further in the journey. So yeah, maybe this is what I feel is happening. There is more to this reality. It just keeps glitching enough times to know that our human mind is the delusional one, is the illogical one. I don't know. You guys tell me what are your experiences, and uh, what do you think of all this? What is your take on all of this? And yeah, I don't know how to wrap this up, honestly. It's just some things that happen, some things that I'm discovering more and more. So I hope this video was entertaining and you got something new out of it, some new perspective or something. I just did my part and I wanted to just get this out of my system. So yeah, that is it for this video. I'll catch you guys in another video. Bye bye.